Hey everyone, and welcome to the All Elite Zone podcast on YouTube and Twitch. Uh, I am here for the AEW Battle of the Belts 3 uh, live reaction. No one else is available, so we're doing it by myself tonight. Battle of the Belts 3. I wish they changed the name for these. They'll probably go to all the way to. They already announced Battle of the Belts 4. TNT Championship match first. Oh, they got graphics now. How WWE used to do their graphics, or still do. Jay Lethal, and that should be a pretty good match. Wardlow's, I guess, TNT title run hasn't been good, probably. That's part of TK's booking. See right. Wardlow's still getting the Goldberg treatment, looks like. But I will say, like, a lot of AEW's booking has been pretty. Some storylines I cared about more than others, I feel like now. Like, a lot of times when someone loses a title, they don't do anything with them. Like Britt Baker, Hangman, Scorpio Sky, but I think he's probably still injured. I bet. The other matches tonight are Takeshita and Castagnoli, and Jamie Hayter and Thunder Rosa. Obviously, Jamie Hayter take it off Thunder Rosa, but I doubt that happens. Orange Cassidy's injured again. Hopefully that's just a kayfabe injury, not an actual injury. I think the 2.0 guys are injured now. So it's another tag team that they don't have. Suplex by Lethal and just get straight up. Wardlow does. AEW Fight Forever advertisement. A lot of people doesn't like the cover. I can agree. The cover is not. You'd think they'd be putting a lot of their big stars on the cover. You know, they got CM Punk and a few others, but MJF should have been on the cover, but that's not going to happen. Wardlow and Satnam Singh side by side. Started when he went outside the ring, and now Lethal's got the advantage. But still to come, I wonder what's going to be the main event. I bet it's Claudia Castagnoli and Takeshita, I bet. Very weird being in here by myself. It's probably going to be a lot normal now, especially Rampage and possibly Monday specials. They'll just be me from now on, I guess. This is probably going to be a good match, Lethal and Wardlow. Lethal's been putting on a lot of great matches in AEW right now, so. Suicida by Lethal. Still doing the Ric Flair stuff. Lethal is. First comment, Mario Neely. What do you think about Madison Rayne getting a TBS title shot? See, they signed her to be a coach, and thought that was, a lot of people thought that's what her role was going to be, but looks like she's going. She had a match last night, Rampage, had a squash match, goes straight to Jade. It's supposed to be open challenge, but it's not really an open challenge now since the challengers already accepted it. So. But yeah, the TBS title, just I don't know what to think about that title. Picture in picture. I know they announced a Battle Belts 3. I mean, 4. I can't remember where they said it was going to be at. Possibly DC. I know they announced some DC shows. I don't know. I know they announced one. Hopefully next year, if they do have Corey specials again, because I know it's just for this year, they come out with a different name. Because Aders only have 4 pay-per-views a year, so you're getting the same names over and over and over and over. So they need something different besides themed dynamites every so often. I wonder why they. I mean, ROH doesn't have a TV, doesn't have a weekly show right now, so I guess this is what they're going to do with all the AEW titles from now on. Back to full screen. We're just going for the figure, or was going for figure 4, but there was a lot of good reversals in this match. Wardlow and Lethal. Cleveland, Ohio, August 24th. Oh, went for the Lethal one. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, Battle Belts 4 will be in DC. Be a live Rampage then, too. Oh, what a clothesline that was. I don't know if that was a clothesline or. Hopefully, Wardlow gets some better stories with his TNT title run. because he's only had one title defense. He's Orange Cat. Well, this is his second title defense with Jay Lethal, but I mean, they got. Well, I would say Lance Archer, but have I done that? Not for the title, but have I done that match? And that is a hit. Yeah, Wardlow pretty much squashed him there, but Sanjay and Satnam Singh. Satnam Singh and Wardlow will be pretty good, but I don't know how much experience Satnam Singh has as a singles competitor because he's only been in tag team matches and stuff like that, mainly with Jay Lethal on Dark, and I think he may have had a few matches on Rampage before too. Is anyone gonna make the save? Figure 4 leg lock. Tony Schiavone, that Sanjay, that's an idiot. He's been a very good heel manager, I'll say. Sanjay has. Low blow. So you got a power bomb Satnam Singh. Nah. I bet Wardlow could have done that though. Are they gonna put him? No one's gonna make the save for Wardlow. Yeah, looks like they're gonna put him through a table. Yes, Satnam Singh's gonna choke something through a table. Yep. So this feud isn't over. It doesn't look like Lethal and Wardlow will go on. Mario Neely Lethal's next Team T champ. I don't think he'll win it anytime soon. This is going to be a good feud for Wardlow's reign, but I don't see Wardlow losing it anytime soon. At least I hope he doesn't lose it anytime soon. Yeah, I will agree with that. That does look good in his hands. I could see him definitely being a future TNT champion. Next is Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter, so the main event will be Kaleido Castagnoli versus Takeshita. Flowing commercial now. Looks like that with AEW news, this weekend was C2E2, the Comic Con thing in Chicago, and CM Punk wasn't wearing a boot on his foot. That's and then another Comic Con, they said that he was really struggling with that, walking and stuff. But it doesn't look like he'll be at All Out. He won't be wrestling. So I don't know what their plan is for All Out because there's only so much longer you can have a temporary champion as a champion on the show. At this point, I wish they would have just had CM Punk vacate the title because now it's stranding the company from an actual world champion. But then again, if MJF, he's not coming back, so he would have been the next person in line for a title shot or for a title run. And they got a lot of injuries right now. Adam Cole's out, Kenny Omega's out, CM Punk's out. Seems like everyone's out right now. And Darby's kind of been lost in the shuffle now. I'm pretty sure they'll do something with Darby and Malachi for All Out probably. A lot of commercials tonight. There's only 3 matches, so. Yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe we'll get a Wardlow versus Lethal 2 at All Out. Hopefully, it's defended the title is on a pay per view because the TNT title has been defended on pay per view since last year's All Out, which was Miro versus Eddie Kingston. Sammy kind of hostage the belt from pay per views because he's always the inner circle, always in a 6-man tag match. With the American Top Team thing. I'm guessing the American Top Team thing's done in AEW now because looks like Ethan Page is going with that this new manager that they got, and I guess they're going to be done with that. Yes, next is Jamie Hayter versus Thunder Rosa for the AEW Women's Championship. I like how they've got the graphics, the championship graphics thing. Like how WWE's like they'll show the graphic of the belt before every championship match. And I wish AEW would do the motion graphics. Like they only did it for All Out. I mean, for Double or Nothing, the last pay per view, they didn't keep it around. This should be a good match. I don't expect any title changes tonight. No, last time I think Sammy beat Scorpio for it. Yeah. Then Scorpio beat Sammy back for it. I'm glad that's over. Hot potatoing of that belt. Tony Storm's out. Yeah, I could see that because Jamie Hayter's got Britt Baker and Rebel by her side, so. I wonder what they're building for All Out because it's like there's no feuds really building for All Out really. It's like they're not really building anything toward like who's Moxley going against. Like they're just having matches really. Like Tim and Mance Warner last night. It's just been matches here lately. There haven't been really well. They've been building towards Jericho and Moxley this next Wednesday, but for All Out, it's not long before All Out, and they're not really building on anything for that pay per view. Hopefully, Kip Sabian's back pretty soon. I know they showed him on Dark, him and Pac. Yep, he's going to Buffalo, New York, and they're going to Albany, then Queens, New York. Yeah, I'm in Grand Slam again, but there been so many people. Like it's not going to be a special because CM Punk's not there, King Omega's not there. Hopefully, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly's cleared for All Out, but I don't think they're medically cleared. Oh, Caleb Conley, Jamie is so good. Yeah, Jamie is really good. She'll definitely be a future AEW Women's TBS champion. I could definitely see Britt Baker and Jamie becoming AEW Women's Tag Champions when they get that started. Thunder Rosa, she tried to associate, but Hater called her. But I will say it's time for AEW to sign a new commentator because Excalibur's on every show now. It seems like he's on Dark Elevation, he's on Dynamite, he's on Rampage, he's on Dark, he's on the pay per views, of course, he's on these supercard events. So they need to sign like he's on every show, and it's good to have a new voice for each show. That's one thing that I'll give WWE is that they have different commentators for each show, and it's not the same people talking every show. There's plenty of people to sign for commentators. I feel like Mauro Ranello's out there, um, Joey Styles, Mike Tenay. I know Mike Tenay said that he was interested in coming back to wrestling, but there's someone out there that could sign. Even a Golden Boy. Some might not remember him, but um, he commentated for AEW for like two shows, the first Fighter Fest and All Out. I believe they signed him, but they didn't keep him long. This was this short-term deal. There's a lot of distracting going on between Britt Baker and Rebel and everyone. Tony Storm's not. You think she should do something to Britt Baker? However, tonight we'll be back. Saturday we'll be back Monday for episodes 7 and 8 of our WCW Nitro live reactions. Yeah, this is a good women's match, I'll say. I would say one of these Battle of the Belts could be an all women's show, but they only have two women's titles on in AEW, and they normally do three matches. So, unless they include the ROH Women's Championship in that, it's the only way they could really do that. See, everyone's both of them's doing everything. Thunder Rosa. Tony Storm's not doing anything to help Thunder Rosa. Maybe we'll get Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm All Out. This time with Tony Storm winning, because I believe Tony Storm should be the next AEW Women's Champion. I believe she would be a great champion. She's picked up a lot of wins. She's had a lot of momentum in AEW matches on Dynamite, Rampage, Dark. She's been doing it all. I feel like. Sorry about that. Follow back from picture in picture. It's hard to watch picture in picture with all the commercials and stuff. Good move by Thunder Rosa. I don't see how Thunder Rosa is supposed to win this match with everyone distracting her, and Tony Storm's not really doing anything to help her. Ooh. That looked pretty stiff. That leg drop. It was senton on the Jamie Hayter on the outside. This has been a really good match. Thunder Rosa and Jamie Hayter really putting it all out there. And I'm spoiler free on this. They taped this last night before or after Rampage. I'm not for sure, but this was taped. Oh, Mikey, really? This has been a good match. Yeah, this has been one of the best, probably the best match of tonight so far. It's like 30. Wardlow and Lethal was good. It was kind of a shorter match, I'd say. Wardlow and Lethal was, but it's only 3 matches, so I guess they have to have time for each match. Finally, Tony Storm does something. Her and Britt Baker's going at it now. Oh, I don't see how Thunder Rosa is going to win this. Oh, yeah, she's going to get her with a roll up right here. I feel like, yep. 1, 2. No, she doesn't get it. Another roll up. 1. Well, it's not going to work. No, another roll up. No. Wait, did she get that? Third roll up. I don't know if she. That's very fast, so. Was an odd finish. Yeah, she got it. Yep, the replay showed it, but yeah, that was a battle for a belt. Tony Schiavone just said. Claudio and Casanoli and Takesha's next. I wish these battle belts were longer than an hour. You know, they only have 4 pay-per-views a year. Rampage is only an hour. I thought Rampage's biggest problem is their time slot and being late at night, and they're not putting on any bigger matches. Jimmy doing a Hulk Hogan move, trying to get the crowd listening to. Yeah. I didn't catch a Hulk Hogan move, but with all the WB and Discovery cancellations, a lot of people was wondering if AEW will get canceled next. I don't feel like they will get canceled because they have a contract, but that doesn't mean anything. But I feel like they'll still be on. They'll still be for Warner Media because they should like their top rated programming, and AEW's on that. So I don't think they want to get rid of one of their one of their best viewership programming. But you never know. WCW had pretty good numbers, and they still axed them. Uh, but the network doesn't own AEW. The network owned WCW, so if AEW had to leave, they could go to another network. I don't know where they'd go. I've seen a lot of people saying on Twitter that they could go to a streaming service, but they go to a streaming service, they're not going to have much exposure as they do now. They would lose. They lose a lot of TV revenue. They wouldn't have the TV revenue, so that would be less people signing, less. Be less a lot of stuff. They didn't have a lot. They didn't have the TV revenue coming in. Who do you think should get the next shot to AEW Women's title? Tony Storm, All Out. I think it should be Thunder Rosa versus Tony Storm, and this time Tony Storm winning. Uh, I like to see Sheeta get another shot because when she lost it, she never got a title. She never got a rematch. And like she's another one. Like besides her feud with Serena D, she's been nowhere really since she lost the title against Britt Baker. Wonder if I didn't watch Rampage last night. Don't know if they announced anything for the following week's Rampage, but Last night's Rampage could have been a lot better, I feel like, because we got FTR. What is this? FTR returns this Wednesday. Or this next Wednesday. They return. Yeah, Brody King versus Darby Coffin match. Lucha Bros, Andrade, and Rush. I feel like they was going to see that for All Out, but yep, Jade Cargill versus Madison Rain. John Moxley and Jericho. Yep, main event: Claudio Castagnoli versus Nikeshita. I believe this is Nikeshita's last match in AEW. Well, not forever, but he'll be going back to Japan after this, I believe. I believe he'll come back. Who do you think should get the next tag team title shot? I would say FTR, but Dax Harwood's very, very beat up right now. I don't know how he's going still. And I feel like they're not going to reason that they're not wrestling on Wednesdays or regularly on AEW is so that they can rest themselves for the big matches, like for Death Before Dishonor, All Out, uh, the bigger matches, to try to heal themselves so eventually they can go back to be on TV regularly. Um, but if it wasn't FTR, see, there's a lot of tag teams out right now with AEW. I don't know. The Young Bucks are out. No, well, what's the 2.0, but they're out. One of them's injured. Um, I don't know. John Silver and I don't know, Ten and Evil Uno, Varsity Blondes. Um, yeah, Hulk Hogan's moves are outdated for sure. Uh, kind of remember the AEW. It is available now to buy. Amazon, you can pre-order it now. It'll be says there's going to be a release date of December 31st this year, but pretty sure it's going to be coming out next year in January. But um, yeah, the game's available to pre-order now on Amazon. It's going to be on PS5, Xbox, Nintendo Switch. Um, yeah, will Brian Cage be wrestling All Out? Probably not. Uh, they don't want to use him. Um, not even for a dark match. You'd think they'd have him for a dark match once a jobber at least, but they won't even they want to do that with him. But if I was booking it, Brian Cage would be at All Out. But if Ring of Honor is starting back next year, Brian Cage's contract expires in February, I believe, or maybe not February, but sometime next year. So Brian Cage could just leave. So it was pointless to renew his contract. I just don't like how they renewed his contract and have done nothing with him. Like if he didn't have plans on using him, you should never renewed his contract in the first place. I feel like that's just wasting AEW's time and Brian Cage's time. Yeah, it's just a waste of time. I feel like. This is Castagnoli's first ROH title defense as champion. With Sean Spears wrestling All Out. I don't know. He hasn't been on AEW since him and Wardlow's steel cage match. But Sean Spears and Cassie Lee, his wife, they're expecting a child. So I don't know what their plan is for him in AEW. He's been lost in the shuffle since MJF's been gone. I would find something for him to do. I know that they put Tony Nese and Josh Woods together, but I feel like Tony Nese and Sean Spears would have been a better fit. But they got to be able to do something with Sean Spears. You think with all these injuries, they could be using people like Brian Cage, Sean Spears, Lance Archer. Like, where has Lance Archer been at this whole time? He's not injured. At least I don't think so. Now, the women's division has a lot of injuries with the Bunny, Penelope Ford. AQA is basically MIA. Now she retired from wrestling. I don't know what the status is for that. Oh, that was a good move by Claudio. This is probably going to be a very good match. What time is it? 7:42. So they're giving this match a very good time. Wow, they're getting a full crowd reaction. They're getting a full crowd applause. Now, if the crowd's into it, this match. But before the match has really gotten started, this match is going to be really good. A lot of mat wrestling. I believe in a match. If you had two good technical wrestlers, you could just have a full mat wrestling match. No need to do any moves. But it has to be two good, very technical wrestlers like Zack Sabre Jr. and Timothy Thatcher. No, AEW Canada's debut. Jacobson. Yeah, we'll definitely see you Monday for our WCW Nitro reaction. We episodes 7 and 8 of Nitro will be on. It won't be too long before we're on. What is it? Halloween Havoc, the next pay per view that would be set. I wonder what the big names are going to be on ROH, and they get that back going. Because I feel like Karrion Kross would have been good to put on ROH, but he's back with WWE now, which is probably for the best. Because if he was signed with AEW, he probably would have been like Brian Cage or Lance Archer. So it's good that Triple H is in charge now, and he's his first week. Tommaso Ciampa is a bigger star. Ricochet is a bigger star. Karrion Kross is instantly put in a big feud in WWE. What match would you like to see all out? AEW is not done yet. I know a few, but Christian Cage and Jungle Boy has never happened, so that's definitely going to happen probably. But I don't know who Moxley would go against. Everyone's saying Eddie Kingston, but he lost against Jericho. Like, he doesn't need the title shot. He's not even in the rankings now. I say Hangman. Hangman and Moxley will be good. But then again, I don't know what the plan is for trios titles, and they're doing finals at All Out, so I don't know who would go against Moxley. Yeah, he's definitely changing things around. In less than 1 week, he's done a lot. Even Ricochet is a way bigger star, and the United States title presentation has been so much better. Like that, a full video package on Monday with all the past champions. That Booker T on commentary, 2 triple threat matches. Both triple threat matches were very good. Hopefully they keep that up. But so far, what Triple H has done has been very, very good. He brought back Karrion Kross less than a week, so you can tell he's not wasting any time. I'm assuming Johnny Gargano to go back to WWE and probably to the main roster too. Hopefully they put him on Raw and we get a DIY tag team running in on the main roster against the Usos. I feel like that would be a good feud. They got Tommaso Ciampa and The Miz together. I don't think that's gonna last too long if they have Gargano come back. It's a real good technical match so far. I don't know what Kawhi's got Nakeshita in, but I know Excalibur knows what it is. I just wish sometimes he would pace himself, like when he talks, especially previewing the next week's match. Like you have to like literally go back and go slow motion to hear everything he says. But I will say no one in wrestling I've ever seen has been able to do it that fast without making any mistakes. Because you're live, you can't afford making any mistakes, and he hasn't made any mistakes that I've noticed. So I don't know who's in the rankings in AEW. I know they put out the rankings a few days ago. No, of course FTR is still number one in the tag team rankings, but they're not getting the title shot. When else they do that at all out? Um, yeah, so the rankings in the men's division is one Hangman, two Lethal, three Powerhouse Hobbs, four Jericho, and five Daniel Garcia. Women's Tony Storm, one Statlander, two Britt Baker, three Jamie Hader, four and Athena, five. Tag FTR, one Young Bucks, two Evil Uno and 10, three, The Acclaim, four and 2.05. Um, so yeah, I don't see how Eddie Kingston could get a title shot. Um, I know a lot of people see a world championship run in Eddie Kingston, but I don't see it. Um, I love Eddie Kingston. He's a very good wrestler, but I just don't see it. Maybe a TNT champion, but I don't know. I just don't see it with him. I could see someone like Andrade becoming AEW World Champion before someone like Eddie Kingston. Um, people want to see him beat Moxley for interim championship, but he wouldn't actually be no, he wouldn't be known as an AEW World Champion. He'd just be an interim champion, not the real deal. But I do hope CM Punk's back at All Out. I mean, wrestle at All Out, but back at All Out. But I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. At this point, I wish they would have just vacated the title. But at the same time, who did they have at that point? Because a lot of people are getting injured left and right. Hopefully, when CM Punk comes back, they resume their plans. CM Punk did win a long title reign, but he's getting one now. He's almost approaching 70 days as champion, so he'll be getting a long title reign. Um, but I'm assuming he'll have title up until till next year for sure. Uh, Secret chase for title. Yeah, I can see him maybe challenging for it again, but I don't know. I just don't see him as. I think there's other people to put the belt on than Eddie Kingston. I do want to see Mox become official AEW World Champion, become the first ever two-time champion because he's not a two-time champion. He's interim. He's not the official champion, but I think Eddie Kingston could be a good, All Atlantic TNT and maybe work his way up to be a world champion. But I don't know. I feel like they got other people they could put the belt on besides. Um, um, I don't know. I just don't see. I feel like they could put the title on someone like Brian Cage for sure, but that's not going to happen. Anything I want to happen with Brian Cage is not going to happen. He might be used on Ring of Honor here now and then, but I'm pretty sure Ring of Honor will have one more pay per view this year. Maybe not. Um, I would hope they would, but I don't know. I feel like Tony Khan's failing Brian Cage this time because he's done everything that he's been told to do. I mean, I just don't see. I don't see the logic in renewing someone's contract if you don't plan on using like that's how Vince McMahon would do things when he was still in WWE. Like he would renew a lot of people's contracts and have no plans for them just so he could have them, so they wouldn't go anywhere else. I hope that's not um, Tony Khan's approach about that. I wouldn't think it would, but I think Brian Cage was a lot better. if they're basing it off his wife's comments about him not being used good, I mean, say this, but Matt Hardy's wife did the same thing. Um, I don't think it was about him being used, but I think it was when him and Sammy had All Out when he got injured. But Matt Hardy didn't get punished. He was still used, so I don't know. No, fixing to get fixing to get the swing. Yeah, I think that he did this on the Great Khali one time. That would have been hard to do because Great Khali is a big guy. European uppercut. Another European uppercut. Um, Mikey Willie, who should ROH sign? At this point, I don't know who they could sign. Johnny Gargano, but I think he'll be going back to WWE 100% since Triple H is in charge. Um, I don't know. I think they should sign some newer talent, some young guys to build new stars. I thought that they've done a good job about that. Blake Christian, and they bring back some other ROH guys that used to be with the company before they release everybody. Dalton Castle. Hope they bring Rit Titus and Salas Young back into the company. Um, I don't know. I think they should start building new talent around ROH. I think Ari Defy will be a big over there. John Mox with Image Shift All Out with Tony Khan to save for his pride. Uh, I don't want MJF to become interim champion. I want him to become the actual champion. And I don't think MJF would want to settle for being interim. Uh, I feel like he would want to be the real deal champion. But if reports are true, CM Punk was supposed to lose to MJF at All Out. Um, that's a rumor, but hopefully they continue those plans, but with it wouldn't be at All Out, but maybe at Revolution, Double or Nothing next year. Have MJF come and win it when Punk's back and resume those plans. But I don't think MJF's going to be like anytime soon. I think MJF will be if he's really gonna if he's not gone, like if he's gonna come back, it'll be when CM Punk comes back, that's when he'll come back if he's really still at the company. If he don't come back around that time, then he's really gone. Oh, midair European uppercut. I feel like an Andrade versus John Moxley match for the interim championship would be good. I don't know, but submission. I would say. I just had this one in mind. John Moxley versus. See, these matches sound good, but they're not going to happen. I wish they would book Brian Cage in some match at All Out, like maybe not even against Moxley, against someone, but that's not. I wish it would happen, but there's something they can do with Brian Cage. Like you can't tell me there's nothing he can't. There's nothing he can do in AEW. Oh, catch with these super kicks, clothesline. It was a good match. Going back to that comment, Mikey Willie, who should always sign? Matt Warner would be good. He was in AEW last night for Rampage. I think he would be good in ROH. Getting a full standing ovation this match. They get one like right when the match first started, and they'll get another one. I believe this is Nakeshita's last match in AEW. Not forever, but he'll be going back to Japan this month. His visa's expiring, so. But this is a good last match for now. But he's had a very good AEW run. A lot of good matches he's put on. Oh, it'd be crazy if Nakeshita won this and hostage the title, but I don't think. Oh, oh, that was close. But I know ROH has been actively signing people. They sign. I don't know if they signed Dalton Castle, but they signed the boys to contracts. They signed Blake Christian to a contract. Um, yeah, I thought they should build some new stars around ROH because that's what ROH did. They built new stars around Jonathan Gresham, Josh Woods, um, Brett Titus. Um, even before H ended, they was building new stars around Danhausen. Um, they were constantly building new stars. That's what I thought they should do. I mean, if you're gonna get on TV, you need a few big names on the show like Claudio Castagnoli, Samoa Joe. Oh, John Moxley versus Samoa Joe will be good at All Out. Uh, I thought that would be a good match, but I don't know if. Oh, reverse one. No, man. All these have been so close that Nakeshita could have won this match. He's had so many close shots. But Samoa Joe and Mox would be good, but I don't know if Samoa just cleared. He hasn't been seen since his match at Death Before Dishonor against Jay Lethal. Oh, Death Valley Driver. This is a good match. Yeah, get those elbows in. It's looks to be over now. Once he gets those elbows in, you know it's coming to an end. One, two. Claudio retains. That was a good match. Very good title defense. Um, Tegan Knox, as I know it, she hasn't been signed, but if AEW doesn't offer a contract, I believe Triple H will sign Tegan Knox back to WWE. Um, they were in talks to get Dakota Kai, but Triple H offered her a deal, I guess. And once she saw that Triple H was in charge, she decided to go back. Which a lot of those guys would. Tegan Knox would probably go back as well because Triple H was a big. Um, she was very high on Tegan Knox. I love Claudio Castagnoli's theme song. A lot of people doesn't like it, but I love his theme song. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for Battle of the Belts 3. 4, as I said earlier, will be in DC. They announced in October, and that'll be the last one if they don't have any. If they don't have any next year, I don't know. I don't know how they'll do that. Uh, yeah, that's pretty much it for Battle of the Belts 3. We'll be back Monday for our WCW Nitro episodes 6 and 7 review. I believe 6 and 7. But yeah, then we'll be back Wednesday for Dynamite, Thursday for the review, and then Friday for Rampage. But yeah, and definitely check out the All Elite Zone social media accounts in the link description below: Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Spotify. So you won't miss any of our news, interviews, when we're going live, and all that stuff. But yeah, we, the All Elite Zone, will see you guys Monday.